viewers, Rectangular back, this time with a custom action figure review. Here we have an amazing piece of work from my friend and expert customizer Christopher Cerda, or Cerda if you speak Spanish. He just did an amazing job on this figure. I am so super happy. He really went above and beyond everything that I wanted him to do. I contacted him, I think it was towards the end of summer of 2015, asking him if he was available for a commission and let him know what I wanted done, and he said, yeah, let's do this. So he gave me a really good quote on how much it would cost, and I already had the parts, so that, that really cut down on the price. So I got the idea from my friend Advocate Pinoy, that's his username on YouTube, and he had a friend of his in the Philippines use the same pizza dog from the Hawkeye, Marvel Select Hawkeye that came out recently, and just did a pretty basic sculpt of the costume on the dog, and with a little bit of detail, not anything near this level, and with little to no paint shading at all on the figure. So very, very, very happy with the way that this turned out. And yeah, enough talking for me. I'll turn him on the side here, you can get a closer look. It is difficult to pick up all of the amazing detail in the shading on the figure because he's mostly white, so I'm going to pull down my lights just a little bit so can get a better look at all that sculpt and paint detail. Just amazing amount of work. I sent him, I'm a huge fan of Guardians of the Galaxy, in particular Volume 3, but Cosmo mostly appears in Volume 2, and I have tons of reference photos that I sent him, and he just completely pulled off everything that we talked about as far as replicating the costume. Just amazing amount of detail, and yeah, I mean, I could never pull off this amount of work. It just looks fantastic. Really would love to see him sculpt live, because it is, if you've ever tried to sculpt before, it's extremely difficult, especially when you got this amount of fine detail. When you got straight lines and circles to deal with. That's I can't even imagine how he did it, but he actually did it pretty quickly. I know he was very busy with an entire team of X-Men custom figures that he put out recently, and he was just kind of doing this on the side as he was trying to knock that out. And yeah, I'm so extremely happy, and he actually did a lot more than I thought he was. I didn't even ask him to paint it, but I'm so glad he did. It turned out fantastic. And with that, let's go ahead and show all the extra goodies that he has that really make this custom, I think, above and beyond anything that I've ever seen on the Foosh. Other people that have tried to do this figure have done a good job, but nothing compared to how this thing turned out. So with that, let's show off the goodies. So as I was saying, Cosmo mostly appears in Guardians of the Galaxy Volume 2, and he usually has a helmet, or open helmet, where just the back piece is glass and then it's exposed in the front, so that you can still see his face but still get the illusion that he has a space helmet on. So really wanted to pull that off, and he just really made this helmet fit on there perfectly. I knew that it was going to work what this is the helmet from the NECA Prometheus David figure. And so I had the helmet, I had the Prometheus figure already before I got the Cosmo, or before I got the Pizza Dog, and I tested it out and I knew that it was going to work. It was just going to be a matter of, how he sculpted the collar piece on there. And yeah, it looks fantastic. And I talked to him about wanting not only this open helmet look, but there are a few pages in the comics where he actually goes out with the Guardians and has a closed space helmet. So I wanted to see if Chris could make it two pieces where you could reattach the front piece, and bam, he's got an entire closed helmet, so he can actually go out on missions with his fellow Guardians. So very, very, very happy that he was able to pull this off. Looks fantastic, and yeah, that was great teamwork, I think. Coming up with it was my idea to use the helmet, but Chris had to actually pull it off technically, and I think he did it amazing job. So with that, I'm going to take the helmet off and show one more amazing thing that he did that I didn't even ask him to. It was a total surprise, and I'm super happy with. So most of the time in the comics, Cosmo is kind of a what's the right word to use? Anal retentive. He's kind of a stick in the mud, so he's not usually happy. So having the tongue sticking out, the open mouth look, really doesn't draw from the comics the way the character is most of the time. So Chris had the amazing idea of sculpting a separate jaw that you can actually remove the jaw that he comes with and put on a closed mouth onto the figure. So he looks a lot more like his character in the comics, where he's a lot more serious than sticking his tongue out. So he doesn't look nearly as happy-go-lucky with that jaw on there. So very, very cool. Very, very happy with the way that turned out. And also the helmet fits on there no problem, just like the open mouth part of the helmet. So very, very cool with the way that looks. And yeah, so let me know what you guys think. I'll try to show some work in progress photos here. And yeah, thank you so much, Chris. You man, you just really, really went above and beyond, and super happy with the way that this guy turned out. And I'll show him with some other figures, put him next to his teammates from the Guardians here. Alright, here we have most of the team together, and very happy with the way this looks. Now if I can just get a Phyla-Vell, a Adam Warlock, and Mantis, that would be extremely cool. Then it would be so much closer to completing an actual full team from the comics, from, I guess that would be from Volume 2. But yeah, I'm very, very happy with Cosmo. And yeah, hopefully you guys liked the review. You share with your friends, subscribe if you haven't already, and I always love hearing back from you guys, so please leave a comment below. Thanks so much for watching, and I'll talk to you guys later.